No, right one, Pride Nation. 48 hours until the Detroit Lions take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. So let's talk about their offense. And while the offense is coordinated by Arthur Smith, I think we all want to talk about the person we all know and hate, Aaron Rodgers, who's helming this offense. Now, luckily for Aaron Rodgers, this is a West Coast style offense that pulls heavily from the Shanahan concepts, very similar to Matt LaFleur. He spent a lot of time with Arthur Smith when they were in Tennessee, so a lot of the same concepts that LaFleur brought to Green Bay are now in Pittsburgh. Now, Rodgers isn't the same guy that he was in Pittsburgh, so this team runs a lot of heavy fronts. They're first in the league in utilizing a sixth offensive lineman, more than Detroit by a good amount. They run it almost 10% of the time. They run 12 personnel, the ninth most in the NFL, and they run 13 personnel, second most, behind only the Rams. So it's a very run-heavy offense. They lean on the run a lot, and it's a pretty good run by DVOA, averaging not quite 100 yards a game, but they are 12th in DVOA and 7th in success rate. So basically a top 10 run attack by efficiency standards. The reason this is so important is that Aaron Rodgers no longer has the ability to attack down the field very well. His average depth of target this season is only 6.03. He's only throwing further than 10 yards down the field about 23% of the time. So the ball doesn't usually travel very far. In fact, per attempt, he's only averaging 5.8 yards, and per completion, only 3.3 yards through the air. So they run a lot of close sets, they run a lot over the middle, and they rely heavily on their receivers to get yards after the catch. DK Metcalf, who's their primary target, is seeing the ball thrown down the field to him at the lowest rate of his career. 35% of his targets are happening inside of 10 yards. They're relying on him less of a jump ball threat and more of an over-the-middle threat whose big, powerful body can get yards. So tackling is going to be critical. Same in the run game. It's all about stopping it before it gets going, which isn't terribly difficult with this O-line. While they're big and strong, they don't get a lot of push, only averaging 0.66 yards before contact per run. So tell me, Lions fans, with a defense that's been giving up a lot of points and a lot of yards, do you think that Shepard and this linebacking core can really get things going? They're going to have to do something to help out those DBs. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below.